Hi, welcome to the Gamesplainer. I'm Jeff the Gamesplainer, and today I'm gamesplaining Valley of the Kings, Last Rites. If you've watched my other videos, you'll have an idea of how to play Valley of the Kings, Last Rites. I am playing Last Rites because there are 3 versions of the game, as spoken about in the introduction. I am working with just Last Rites in these videos because it's easier than talking about all 3. The only difference is the types of cards that come through, so what their actual actions are. Other than that, the game is relatively the same from version to version, so please look into the other versions if you wish. Otherwise, just go ahead and move along with me. So we'll get straight into a game. I've set up the game as a 2-player game, player 1 and player 2. The cards available are these ones. The discard pile or boneyard is that one there, and the draw deck is that one just there. You'll notice how thick it is. The game finishes when the draw deck is empty and when the pyramid is empty. So starting with the player on the left, just because it's easiest, notice that they all start with the same cards, but what cards can come out in the first hands and every hand is very much up to randomness. So I can purchase a card worth 5 or 2 cards worth 4. At the moment, in terms of the purchase, the one that's the most valuable is this one, simply because there are 7 of them available in the whole deck. The others only have 5 available, or just worth 2 points. So being the first player, I can go after anything. I will use all 5 of my purchase power to purchase that one. Really simple. That becomes my discard pile for that side. I then choose what's going to fall down, and I will choose to drop that. Okay, noticing that this card has just come up here a second time. That's the same card. So there are 2 versions of each card to watch out for. The other player then deals himself 5 cards, and he has a purchase power of 5 as well. So he could purchase this for, which he'll be aiming for the 6, or he could buy either of those 2 for the 2. He thinks that he wants to purchase that guy, which is worth 4. So he'll look at what happens on the bottom of his cards. He can buy a card from anywhere in the pyramid. That might be interesting. Sacrifice a card in the pyramid. That guy again. Okay, so he's only got 2 things available to him. Okay, so what he'll do is he will use this card to sacrifice a card from the pyramid and sacrifice that guy. Then he'll use the 4 purchase power to purchase that guy, and that can go on top of his deck. Now the pyramid crushes down. 1, 2, there, and there. And it's this guy's turn now. Once again, he'll have the 5 purchase power. He already has that guy in his hand. He will purchase with his 5 cards, he'll purchase that card. Notice now he has no cards to draw from, so he'll shuffle up his pile. So the cards that he's purchased, could be somewhere in the first 5. He'll choose which of these cards to drop down, and he thinks he'll drop that one down, which will drop that. Can't be here. This guy then takes his 5 cards. What he thinks he will do is he'll put this guy inside his tomb. So he now has 1 point inside the tomb. And with the other 4 cards, he will purchase this guy. He now has no cards to draw from, so he'll just shuffle that deck up, and they'll all drop down, and new one come in. All this dealing of new cards to yourself should happen while the other people are going on, but I'm just doing it in the beginning of my turn, simply so you can see what's happening. So now I've got a purchase power of 6. There's a 4 and there's a 5, which means that I'm going to be able to purchase one of these cards, and that leaves me with 2 extra cards left over. So one can be entombed, one can be used for its skill. So what he might do is he will use this card to entomb the top card of his stock, which is a 1, and that will allow the next player to also entomb the top card of their stock. Okay, so that's been used now. He has a purchase power of 4. With a 4, he can get one of these 2. He will grab that guy to go on top there. He doesn't have any guys left over. These two drop down. New one comes out. The 5 cards that he is drawn are these 5. Each player may draw up to 3 cards without shuffling their discard pile to create a new deck. So this player, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, who's already drawn 5, he's going to be able to draw his 6th one. But this player who's just drawn 5 can 1, 2, 3. And that's the card that he played this turn. Now I've got a purchase power of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, if I wish, which I will use all of to purchase this one and this one. So they're both in the same company or the same group for when they get put into the thing. So that drops down wherever I choose to put it to, and that drops there, drops there. Next up, we have a purchase power of 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I could purchase both of those for my 7, and it's probably worthwhile, because there's only 5 in that set, but it's probably worthwhile doing. Or alternately, I could sacrifice that card. That's a really good card though, so I don't really want to do that. I'll just purchase those 2 cards. That goes into the pile. This all drops down. This guy then deals himself 2 cards, shuffles up this deck, 3, 4, 5, and he has purchase power of 5. Of course, he's only got the 5 cards left. For the moment, he's going to use all 5 of those cards to purchase that one. Draws that down, draw down the next one. This guy, now 2, 3, 4, 5. As you can see, the play on to start with, there's very little going into the tombs. Some players may choose to put something into their tomb every time and only purchase the value 4 cards rather than value 5. But the higher the value on those cards, the more powerful they are for going on. So, for example, this one's a value 6. It's going to give you 3 points into your tomb. If you can entomb this one and 8 of them with a value 4, then that's probably a good thing to do. If you can entomb 5, not as good as the 8. Of course, obviously there's more in that set. However, this guy already has that card. And for what I will do at the moment, I might grab that one as the purchase for 5. So there's 5 there, and I shall entomb that card. Noticing that you're only supposed to be showing what you've got in your tomb, so everyone can actually see all the time what's going on in the game. 3, 4, 5. This guy's got a purchase power of 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He'll use just those 5 to purchase that one, and he shall entomb that one. That all drops down now. We see how how everything's shaking out again. So once again, I've only got the 5 ability to purchase a level 5 card. I can only get a level 4 card. So I'll take that one, and I shall entomb my another menial, and then I can choose which of those 2 is going to drop down. I'll say that one. Suddenly the second level is the same. Look, I think you get an idea of the game. When you get to the end of the game, whoever's got the highest points worth in their tomb only, not in their hand, will win. So in this case, we've got 1, 2, 3 points in the hand. In the tomb. If that was in the tomb, so it's 2 of those types, it'd be 2 times 2, which is 4, 5, 6. You see the difference that makes having that extra 1 in there. If you have an extra 1 in there, every one of them is it suddenly becomes worth 9 points rather than the 4. Okay, I will leave that there. If you have any comments or suggestions, please shoot me an email at thegamesplainer@gmail.com. Follow me on Instagram or Twitter at thegamesplainer to see what games I've been playing. Subscribe to my videos to keep up to date with the games that I'm gamesplaining. And until next time, enjoy gaming.